Yet again, I am so sorry that I haven't finished this yet, but we are here to finish it today. We're going to do what starts the next chapter. Chapter 2, Space Hotel USA. Mr. Wonka's great glass elevator was not the only thing orbiting the Earth that had at that particular time. 2 days before, the United States of America had successfully launched its first space hotel. A gigantic sausage-shaped capsule, no less than 1,000 feet long. It was called Space Hotel USA, and it was the marvel of the space age. It had inside it a tennis court, and 500 luxury bedrooms, each with a private bath. It was fully air-conditioned. It was also equipped with a gravity-making machine, so that you don't float about inside it. You walked normally. The extraordinary object was now speeding round the Earth at a height of 240 miles. Guests were to be taken up and down by a taxi service. A small catch was blasting off from Cape Kennedy every hour on the hour Mondays to Fridays. But as yet, there's nobody on board at all, not even an astronaut. The reason for this was that no one had really believed such an enormous thing would get off the ground without blowing up. But launching had been a great success, and now that the Space Hotel was safely in orbit, there was a tremendous hustle and bustle to send up the first guests. It was rumoured that the President of the United States himself was going to be among the first to stay in the hotel. And of course, there was a mad rush by all sorts of other people across the world to book rooms. Several kings and queens had cabled the White House in Washington for reservations, and a Texas millionaire called Orson Hart, who was about to marry a Hollywood starlet called Helen Highwater, was offering $1,000 a day for the honeymoon suite. But you cannot send guests to a hotel unless there are lots of people there to look after them. And that explains why there was yet another interesting object orbiting the Earth at that moment. This was the large transport capsule containing the entire staff for the Space Hotel USA. There were managers, assistant managers, desk clerks, waitresses, bellboys, chambermaids, pastry chefs, and hall porters. The capsule they were travelling in was manned by the 3 famous astronauts, Shuckworth, Shanks, and Scholler. All of them handsome, clever, and brave. In exactly 1 hour, said Shuckworth, speaking to the passengers over the loudspeaker, we shall link up with Space Hotel USA, your happy home for the next 10 years and any moment now. If you look straight ahead, you should catch your first glimpse of this magnificent spaceship. There's definitely something up there ahead of us. Shuckworth, Shanks, and Schowler, as well as the managers, assistant managers, desk clerks, waitresses, bellboys, chambermaids, pastry chefs, and hall porters, all stared excitedly through the windows. Shuckworth fired a couple small rockets to make the capsule go faster, and they began to catch up very quickly. "Hey!" yelled Schowler. That isn't our space hotel." "Holy rat!" cried Shanks. "What in the name of Nebuchadnezzar is it?" "Quick, give me the telescope," yelled Shuckworth. With one hand he focused the telescope, with the other he flipped the switch, connecting him to ground control. "Hello, Houston," he cried into the mic. "There's something crazy going on up here. There's a thing orbiting around a bit." I went to the wrong page. Of us, and it's not like any spaceship I've ever seen, that's for sure. Describe it at once. ordered at ground control in Houston. It's all made of glass and it's kind of square and it's got lots of people inside of it. They're all floating about like fish in a tank. How many astronauts on board? None, said Shuckworth. They can't possibly be astronauts. What makes you think that? Because at least 3 of them are in nightshirts. Don't be a fool, Shuckworth, snapped ground control. Pull yourself together, man. This is serious. I swear it, cried poor Shuckworth. There's 3 of them in nightshirts, 2 old women and 1 old man. I can see them clearly. I can see their faces. Jeeper, they're older than Moses. They're about 90 years old. You've gone mad, Shuckworth, shouted ground control. You're fired. Give me Shanks. Shanks speaking, said Shanks. Now listen here, Houston. There's these 3 old birds in nightshirts floating around in this crazy glass box, and there's a funny little guy with a pointed beard wearing a black top hat and a plum-coloured velvet tailcoat and bottle green trousers. Stop! Screamed ground control. That's not all, said Shanks. There's also a little boy around 10 years old. That's no boy, you idiot, shouted ground control. That's an astronaut in disguise. It's a midget astronaut dressed up as a little boy. Those old people are astronauts too. They're all in disguise. But who are they? How the heck would I know? Said ground control. Are they heading for our space hotel? That's exactly where they are heading, cried Shanks. I can see the space hotel now about a mile ahead. They're going to blow it up, yelled ground control. This is desperate. Suddenly his voice was cut off, and Shanks, hearing another quite different voice in his earphones. It was deep and rasping. I'll take charge of this, said the deep rasping voice. Are you there, Shanks? Of course I'm here, said Shanks. But how dare you butt in? Keep your big nose out of this. Who are you anyway? This is the President of the United States, said the voice. And this is the Wizard of Oz, said Shanks. Who are you kidding? Cut the pie, fool, Shanks, snapped the President. This is a national emergency. Good grief, said Shanks, turning to Shuckworth and Showler. It really is the President. It's President Gillygrass himself. Why, hello there, Mr. President, sir. How are you today? How many people are there in that glass capsule? Rasped the President. 8, said Shanks, all floating. We're outside the pull of gravity up here, sir. Mr. President. Everything floats. We'd be floating ourselves if we weren't strapped down. Didn't you know that? Of course I knew it, said the President. What else can you tell me about that glass capsule? There's a bed in it, said Shanks. A big double bed, and that's floating too. A bed? Barked the President. Who ever heard of a bed in a spacecraft? I swear it's a bed, said Shanks. You must be loopy, Shanks, declared the President. You're dotty as a donut. Let me talk to Showler. Showler here, Mr. President, said Showler, taking the mic from Shanks. It is a great honour to talk to you, Mr. President, sir. Oh, shut up, said the President. Just tell me what you see. It's a bed, all right, Mr. President. I can see through my telescope. It's got sheets and blankets and a mattress. That's not a bed, you drivelling thickwit, yelled the President. Can't you understand it's a trick? It's a bomb. It's a bomb disguised as a bed. They're going to blow up our magnificent space hotel. Who's they, Mr. President, sir? Said Showler. Don't talk so much and let me think, said the President. There are a few moments of silence. Showler waited tensely. We will be finishing the next part tomorrow, and then the rest of that will be finished either Monday or Tuesday. Bye, guys. Yes, again, I'm so sorry for not posting. Goodbye.